Hi, it's Lathia from Farm View Creators. Today we're going to work on the interchangeable bucket porch cleaner base from the Rust Covered Cottage by Christina. We're going to use a lot of Paint Couture products here too. So I am just putting some of the pieces on my sticky board. Decided I wanted to take some of them off and not use them on the sticky board. But I was also trying to show the notch with the layers of the bucket. So these pieces I'm going to go in with Waverly chalk style paint in the shade ink, mainly just because I have a lot of this paint and need to start using those up. Got it really dry, and then I'm shaking my FolkArt Crackle medium. The more you shake, the better your crackle is going to be. The less you work it with your brush, the more crackle you'll have. So you want to just get it on as best you can without brushing it too much. The thinner you have it, the smaller your crackle. Thicker, the larger your crackle. So I used Paint Couture's British Gray. It's a mineral acrylic on the frame there. And for the base of the greenery, I am using Vintage Moss, another mineral acrylic. And now I'm using a fan brush and just kind of swooping on Misty Fjord as an accent and just to give it some depth. It's also a mineral acrylic. So on this whole board, I'm going to put one coat of Van Dyke Brown semi-gel stain from Paint Couture. I love this. I also love using my terry cloth covered sponges to stain. So I did do the whole board. The board, mine is a 9-inch by 4-foot board. I do recommend going ahead and doing 10 inches though. Here I am putting on a fairly heavy coat of that British Gray, and you can see that's already crackling. I always go in with my heat gun and heat it up some more because it'll always crackle some more, and it kind of bubbled up and I did not mind. Now I'm going to go in and add some rust effect. So I'm taking my Paint Couture crust and just kind of gooping it up in places where I just felt it would naturally have some rust. And I'm going to go in with a dry brush after I get it dry, like the crust, really dry and hard, with Espresso is the dark brown, Pinecone is the light brown, the orange is Firelight. And I am just tapping that over the crust. You don't want to brush at it because that will chip the crust away. But I'm dabbing it on, not trying to get full coverage with just the first color because I know I've got 2 more colors to go. Then adding some orange on top and then finishing it out with that Espresso. I will go in next with the British Gray again, just because there were some spots where I wanted to lighten it up a little bit and, have edges that were not so defined, more, random and true rust looking. And it also kind of blended in some of those colors. I love how it turned out. Then I'm going to go in with my Debi's DIY wax and just add distressing to the whole piece. It really makes those crackles pop. Adding that across all of these pieces. If I get too much, I buff it away with my hand. And then I'm going to go in with Paint Couture's Extreme Guard Top Coat. This has UV and weatherproofing, putting a really good coat on everything. Then I'm going to get it dry. Over the crust, I am putting it on a little bit thicker and doing more of a dabbing and patting sensation there with my brush. Getting all of that dry, and then I'm going to go in with Dead Flat because that Extreme Guard, even though it is flat, it still has just a little sheen to it, and I love matte finishes, and Dead Flat gives you a 100% total matte effect. So I doubled up that top coat, which is just going to protect it more, and then I'm giving that a dry, and you can see how it looks much more matte now. Now that bottom piece, that is going to go flush against the stained board, and you can see that cut out on the top is where the interchangeable inserts are going to fit down into. And I am just kind of clamping that off and letting it set up. It won't take long using my art glitter glue. I had a little couple places where the white was showing through on the crust. So I just hit those with a little bit more espresso, and then just putting all those pieces together. I love, love, love art glitter glue. It gives you some wiggle room, and I did have to wiggle that handle around a little bit after I thought I had it in the right place. Had to move it a bit. It also dries clear, so later when you see me move things and I don't necessarily wipe it up very well, it's because it's going to dry clear. I'm not really worried about it. Now, I have done another interchangeable porch liner base, so I measured how far down from the top my sign piece was, and I slid this down the same amount. It's about 6 inches from the top, and then I'm just trying to even that up with the greenery, and then I am going to put the base down at the same amount from the bottom and try to get that greenery also positioned. I am a little bit extra when it comes to having things symmetrical or purposefully asymmetrical, and there I slid that down quite a bit. So I'm cleaning up a little of the glue, but you can see I wasn't doing a very good job of it. It's going to dry clear. I'm not really worried about it. So there are all the pieces just kind of up close and everything, and then the final product last night, and then here it is today in the sunshine. I love it. So here's all the inserts that are available right now. Let me know which one is your favorite. I love them all, and I cannot choose. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.